Okay, so we're going to start off with footwork. We're going to go over Langkah Empat. So for those of you that don't know what Langkah Empat is, it's the 4. So Empat means 4. All right, so it's done. You can set up a diagram on the floor, 30 inches by 30 inches by 30 inches, making a square, and that will be your Langkah Empat, okay? This footwork is designed for working your body angling, working your evasion to counter attacks, working on evading and flanking your opponent to the rear of your opponent. It's the goulash, or it's the ABCs of our footwork, and it's a must know. So if you can visualize a square on the ground, or if you have time, you can get some painter's tape and make your footwork diagram ahead of time, so you have your platform already set in place. So I have these little foam squares. They're bigger than 30 by 30. Typically, the way I was taught was when you're measuring out your 4 by 4, whether it's your Langkah Tiga, your 3, your triangle footwork, or whether it's your Langkah Empat, I was taught that I wasn't taught by the 30-inch rule. I was taught by you stand like this, you take a step out or like a kick out, and that's your basically almost like your wing spread, but with your lower half of your body. And you would take a measuring tape and measure from toe to rear pinky toe, and that was how I did all my measurements for my Langkah Tiga. My Langkah Empat. So first thing we'll start off with, we're gonna roll this first portion is gonna be all about rolling from we're gonna do the evasion, okay? We're gonna work elevation, and then we're gonna work some drills. All right, so how we can drill with a partner with the Langkah Empat, and so on and so forth. All right, so we start off with, here's my square. It's basically a little bit more than shoulder width apart, right? I measured a kick out, right? So we're here. First thing we're gonna work is going to the left, which is kuda kiri. Now from here, I take my right leg and I step to the outside of that square. Okay, I come back, step here, angle to the right, and that's kuda kanan. I step with my left, now I'm on the outside of that square. I come back, and now I'm in kuda kiri. So just some key points of the stepping, the body mechanics, and so on and so forth. When I shift to the left, I'm shifting on the heels. So I shift on the heels, my body's slightly angled over. It's not gonna be like this. It's gonna be here. This lead hand is out, this back hand is back. This is my C-cop, okay? As I step, it's high knee to heel. I come back, my cat stance, or my draw stance. As I step this way, I shift again on my heels, and I step heel first. Left hand is out, lead hand, okay? Then I step right, or left. Now I'm on my C-cup pasang here, or my fighting stance. Draw back, cat stance, black cobra with cat stance. So when I'm in this position here, this is black cobra. Okay? I step. Here. Step. Here. Black cobra. Step. Here. Come back to the center. Okay, so now Kuda-kiri. Step. This rear leg, so basically we worked pretty much the first half of that square. So if you break the square down and cut it in half going this way, I have my U footwork, okay? Just like that. If I flip it, that creates the whole Empat, the whole 4-step, okay? So my U footwork is exactly what I just did. I started here, I shift, I step, I'm back, shift, step. So if you're visualizing an opponent standing in front of you, punch comes in, kicks coming in, whatever is coming in at you, I'm shifting out of the way. As I'm shifting out of the way, I'm adding this outside step. Now my opponent is here. And it'll make a little bit more sense when we actually incorporate the drill aspect or a partner aspect to this. We come back. This is my draw stance here if I have somebody in front of me. Okay? And I shift this way. Something comes in, I move, and I step to the outside. I come back. And then I'm back to center, right? So just so you can get a better idea of what we're doing, if I have my partner here, okay, and he punches in, that's my first movement out of the way, Kuda-kiri. Okay, so now if I add the movement out of the way, he punches in again with my step, now I'm on the back side of my opponent, which now allows me to step in with striking back in and hooking here or coming this way and taking them down this way. Or I can take them down this way and now I'm here, right?
So there was 2 steps, left, then left forward.
Right forward.
I'm sorry, well, okay.
So if he's punching in, I shift out of the way. I angle out of the way using Kuda-kiri. If it's the other side he decides to punch in, I'm going my Kuda-kanan. But now I want to be quick, right? I don't want to just stay here. He punches, come with the other hand. He comes in. I don't want to just stay here, right? Because I want to be agile. I want to hit and move. I want to always be moving and making my opponent turn, right? So if he's coming in again, I'm here. I'm adding that step into here. So this allows me to kick from here. I can come back right to the groin here, bang. Or as I'm stepping here, now I can come around him, take him down this way, or strike this way. But he's obviously, most likely 100%, he's not going to just be standing there, all right? He's going to move. So that's why we want to flank him. So if he does come with that, I'm here and he moves, you just move to catch me. Now I'm here, right? He moves again. I step here. He comes to get me again. I'm here, right? Bang, bang. I'm here. He comes in again. I'm moving out of the way this way. I kick down low, knee, moving this way. All right? So it's just a simple 1, 2. So we're working our evasion tactic. So evasion with footwork, or it could be as simple as evasion, and I'm going this way now. Right? So there's many different ways that you can execute this and make it happen, okay? So what we'll do is we'll partner up and play with that first part of the Langkah Empat, okay? Then we'll move on to the next deal, but I want to get you guys acclimated to it. So the drill is going to be this. So he comes in slow. He comes on the other side. And you can add your black cobra to it as well. So I can be, this is my draw. So when he comes in, actually I can just be standing here. Here's my draw, my open stand. I'm here and I step. Come back to the other side. Here's my move, step. Right? Come back again. He comes in. I'm out of here. Right? And then we'd switch. I'd come in at Dwayne. He stands normal. I come in. Boom. And then he steps behind me. Goes back to the other position. I'm here. Bang. He comes in. So even if I'm doing this, again, I always like to highlight because there's always these people that are always like, well, nobody's ever going to punch and leave their punch out there. Yeah, I know that. We all know that. But we have to get our reps down. We have to be able to do these techniques hundreds of times. That way we can execute this deal. So if I'm punching in at Dwayne, I might do this and pull it back because I know that's what's going to happen in real life. He's not going to, my attacker's not going to just leave his fist out there, right? So, boom, pulls back. So he gets off the initial bite, the initial attack. Okay, so that's what needs to happen. Initial attack and flank. So the formula is draw, flank or evade, attack. So it's a 3-part formula. Technically, it can be 4 because it can be the draw where I'm here, I draw him in, he punches in, I evade, I flank, and then I attack. Right? Or I attack, or I attack, or I step through to this side. Right? So just allows you to be agile and move around your opponent. Right? And it also sets you up for good takedowns as well because my lower half of my body is, if you're coming in with that same deal again, punching in, I'm here, so I'll get in this position. Again, I'm here, evading, I'm here. This is going to be sweeping back. So I would take this into a beset and take them down here. So it'd be a quick little deal, bang, take them down here and strike them here. Or follow them to the ground. Okay? So now let's talk about the progression now of the Langkah Empat. So we started off with the basics. We're here in a regular Kuda stance, right? So here's our regular Kuda. I go to here, there's my Kuda Kiri, there's my Kuda Kanan, Kuda Kiri. I step on the outside, right? Now I want you to visualize now a triangle going across the Langkah Empat now. So now it's dividing the Langkah Empat into 4 triangles, but yet it's still a square, okay? So what you need to do is now visualize in front of you, I have my square here, right? Square, one angle going this way, one angle going that way, and it divides it into 4 triangles, 4 tigas. So I'm here, I step. This rear leg is going to do what we call a rear back sweep or a beset. All right, from here, I follow that line, and now I'm here. Now I step on the outside of that triangle, or the Empat, and I take my left leg and I do a beset to reset to the front of the Empat. Okay, so again, it would look like this in a more fluid manner. I'm here. Now I go back the other way. And if you notice, when I do these besets, I need to have cover. I need to always be covering myself so that if a counter strike comes in at any time, I'm ready for it. So if you notice what my hands are doing, I'm stepping this way, right? Kuda Kiri. I step here to the outside. When I do that rear sweep, this right hand comes up to protect my face. The left hand is down. Then I step out. Again, right hand up, sweep. When I go back to the other way, I'm here. Now left hand comes up, sweep. Step to the outside. Left hand comes up, sweep. And now I'm back into that, the base of the
perimeter of the 30-inch square. Basically.
Correct.
Your opponent.
Exactly. And I'm utilizing that X format or template in the center of the triangle. So now when we're talking, okay, how does this work with a partner? So if I have D here, he's going to punch in, right? I'm here. I step. I sweep. So I'm sweeping this way. Boom. Sweep this way. Bang. All right, so again, he comes in. I'm here. I'm stepping, turning, sweeping here. So this can turn into a takedown like this, where I can kind of hook them at the same time, right? If we're both doing the sweep, so now what happens is you're here, so the way this drill progresses is going to be like this. I'm here, you flank that way. You step, sweep, step, sweep. Now, here, step, sweep, step, sweep. All right? What you can do now is, we're here, Kuda Kanan, we step, we both make contact on that rear beset sweep. Boom. All right? Step out. Step. Make contact. Boom. Now I go back this way. Step. Sweep. Boom. Step. Sweep. Now I'm back into position. Okay, that's one drill. Okay, where we both flow. Then it turns into the mouse and cat type of deal, where we face each other off, and I might go this way and I'm stepping here, but then I might come back this way. Then I sweep, come back this way, here, sweep, cool. Now I can also, to add to this drill, is we step. Instead of doing the sweep, I come here. Go back the other way, step, here. And then I can start adding my strikes in with it, so I can come here, here. And we both can do this now. So he steps here, he's right here, we face each other now this way. Right foot forward, we're here, back, step, here. So you're losing it. Face me here. Back, step. Now we can come in on an angle. Back, step, here. Now, what we can do is you'll go, I'll step this way, right? You'll step the opposite way. We come here, and now we switch onto the back side of the Empat now. So there's many different drills we can incorporate on this Empat, and what it's really teaching you is to maneuver around your opponent. Fluid maneuvering around the opponent, okay? So we'll start off with the basic one first, with the beset. All right, so we'll face each other. We're here, I'm here. I step through, take that beset, here. Maybe I go back this way. Take that beset, boom, here. Step this way. Beset, bang, here. Step this way. Beset, boom, here. All right, and the harder you go, the more conditioning you get, and you feel it, okay? Let's play with that. Okay, so let's now talk about how we can add conditioning into this drill, but yet at the same time still work our footwork. So we're kind of getting, I like to call it going to the dollar store and we get that BOGO, where we're working on getting that 2-for-1 deal. All right, so we'll be working conditioning and we'll be working the footwork aspect. Okay, so we face each other off. We're going to be here. first thing I do is I go forearm, forearm, shift, step. I turn this way, he turns the opposite way. Forearm. This way, forearm, step. Forearm, forearm, step. Forearm, forearm, step. Okay? So again, now there's a variation to it. So if I go forearm, forearm, step, I go here now. So you're turning your other way. 1, now I turn this way. 2. Okay? Back, here. Forearm, forearm, step, 1, 2. So I'm shifting this way, back. Okay, now if I go the other way, it's forearm, forearm, step, shift, shift. All right, step, forearm, forearm, step, 1, 2. Okay, and then step. Okay, so that's the first drill with that. So it's gonna, one more time, slow, forearm, forearm, step, other way, 1, 2, back, here, 1, 2, step, shift, shift, 1, 2, and then I believe the first one I showed was this, step. Now I'm going 1, 2, here, here, forearm, forearm, step, 1, 2, back, here. Okay? And all this is this is a repetitive drill to work your conditioning, work your footwork, build your foundation from the ground up. Because we remember in Silat, specifically Chamande, remember, we're training, we have multiple facets to this system. We have Chamandi, Sarah, Chikalong. So all types of all these little nuggets, mainly Sarah and Chamandi. I mean, that's pretty much so what is the main influences, especially what I teach. In Chamandi, we have to have strong forearms. If our forearms aren't strong, we're losing. So we have to condition these bad boys so they can take some serious pain and deliver pain. The whole idea is when that strike is coming in, that I'm getting that strike out of the way and I'm blasting. And my whole end game is to break the bones in that arm. But there's no way in hell I can do that unless I build my forearm strength up, the bones in my forearms up. And that's really what needs to be done. So this drill will help you do that. Look, so a couple little nuggets here. Let me borrow you, D. So if I'm in this position, there's a couple different ways I can get back to the other side. So we're here, we go bang, bang. I step. I turn to the right, 1, 2. So there's a couple things I can do. I can come back in my cat stance and come back into place, right? Or go back. I can take this leg and step through, almost like a beset, right? Like we did earlier. Beset through. Or I can come here, knee to elbow, and step this way. Now I'm on this side. So I turn to the right, 1, 2. I can slide. I can here. I can knee to elbow. Okay. Step again. And I'll give you the last one. Here, I can turn this way. So I'm here. I turn like I'm getting ready to run, and I come back this way. Correct. So I step here. 1, 2. And this can also be with knee and elbow. So if somebody's coming behind me here to kick me, knee and elbow.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? So again, 1, 2, step, knee and elbow. 1, 2, step, facet. 1, 2, I step left. Bang, bang, I turn. 1, 2, I step. Knee to elbow, coming this way. So there's many different ways that you can return back to the facing forward position on your opponent. Yep, and so think about it. If he's punching in, I'm here, now I'm here on my opponent. So if you think about combat applications of this, you come in again with that, I'm out of the way. I step, now I'm behind him. Quickly, swiftly, smoothly. They say he's like lunging, like he's just diving deep. Boom! Now I'm here. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that, behind him. It could be he's coming in. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Now I can hook around him this way. Now I have him in play. So he's a big boy. So it's gonna take a lot to wrap this guy. So I need to make sure when I go to wrap him, I'm going forearm into his face. So I'm grinding his face. Because I'm not gonna be able to get around his neck most likely. Because he's so damn big, he's got barely any neck. So it'd make no sense for me to come up behind him and try to do this when I can just come up to him here, grind him this way. So I take my fist, I close it, and I grind him here. I take here, this is a secondary strike. Boom, but it's like this, like that. And I pull him in, now I pull him in. Now he's mine. Now I just take him head to head here. Here's my headbutt, smash him here, and here's where I control him with my head to his head. So.
I felt that.
That's what you want to utilize.
Which one of the 20 did you feel most? The one where you guys.
Okay, so let's talk about how we can incorporate weapons with this. I love this drill because it gets you involved with empty hands, and it gets you involved with the progression of weapons, using your stick, using your live weapon. So this is what we're gonna do. I need Dwayne to face me off. All right, we're here. We're gonna start off with 1. So I hold my stick like this. I'm going 1, 2. I step. I turn to the right. 1, 2. Come back. 1, 2. I step. 1, 2. So look at this turn. With the stick, it's a little bit different. You have to kind of pivot a little bit. You got to do what we call a silo, but it's an upright silo. So when I'm going to you're going to step left. So when I go this way, I pivot this way. 1. When I turn, I got to do this. 2. Now all I have to do is step. So I go 1, 2, I step, right, left, step. 1, step, 1, 2, step. Bang, bang. And I can also go high, low. 1, 2, step. Here, and I can turn around all the way like this, 2, or here, right? Bang. Now when I step, spring. Bang. Here, let me step. Okay? Need to see it?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, step. Nope, you got to turn the other way.
This way and then
Step.
so we're going.
1, 2, step. Bang. So if I step this way now, right, go 1, 2, I step this way. I'm gonna go the other way. Bang.
It's different than the elbows.
Bang. Different than the elbows?
You're always having, because you're not switching, you're always holding with the same.
Well, the reason I teach it with the assist is because you're using these as blocks. So if he's coming in with that hard strike, right? I'm here, he comes with that hard strike, bah, stop it here. Bah, stop it there. He comes up high, like a overhead, bah, stop it there. He comes to the other side overhead, boom, I stop it there.
What I was saying was, when you were doing elbows, each elbow was a strike. I mean, but in this case, you're not switching hands.
Correct.
So you're gonna have to, it's not like it's not your lead leg. If your lead leg is left, but it's in your right hand, your strike is still with your right
With my
hand,
backhand.
even though your lead leg was.
Now, that's not always like that, because I could strike like this. I could strike off my back leg here, strike off that back leg. Here's my forward leg. I could strike off my forward here, strike off the other side, strike off here, go down low. Right, I could switch here.
But for the purposes of not making our partner, we're always going to follow that pattern.
I see what you're saying. So in order, it stick to this when you do the turn.
Okay.
So you don't confuse which arm you see. So he's doing this, right? So he's doing this. He's doing this. Stick to this.
Yeah.
So we go that
Just
way.
stick to holding it here.
Right. So we do the same thing. Let's stick to that.
Turn,
Right there. Stick to there. I'm sorry.
turn, and step.
Yeah. So instead of swinging when you turn, stick to the same drill, and then you won't get confused.
That's it.
Now, you can do it in the application, but for the drill,
Yeah.
stick to one hand. That was your asking.
Yeah, don't switch hands.
One little step.
That's getting advanced.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need to switch hands.
So just remember, stick to this.
And also, really what this is also teaching, if I'm moving around, right? I'm here, moving, blah, 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 blah. I come here, and I have somebody coming on this back side of me, I can stop it here. Right? So if I come here, and he comes on that back side, boom, I can stop it here. Right? I'm moving, I'm here, bah, 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 bah. I come here, he comes, bah, I stop it here. If he comes on the other side, I'm here, boom, I can stop it here. So it's just really, again, at the end of the day, this is getting your foundation with your footwork, with your balance, doing these silos here, silo here. It allows you to turn. If I'm here, I can turn out this way. If I'm back on this other way here, bang. I can turn the opposite way, bang. Up, step. Here. So it all flows. Okay, so the drill we were working on obviously was with the sticks, but it also transitions to the live weapon. So we have to think about all the stick is, I've talked about this in the past, is a transition to the live weapon. So this same drill we were working with some machetes, we'd face each other off. We'd go 1, 2, step, turn, over the shoulder. 1, 2, step, bang, bang, step, turn. I go this way. And that's how we do that with a live weapon. Obviously, you have to build yourself up to it. You can't just jump right into it. You have to have confidence in your partner, because if your partner has no idea what he's doing with the live weapon, you'll end up getting cut. All right, now this will transition into the knife. So the drill I want to start off with the blade. One guy is going to be empty hands first. Okay, so it's going to be, I call this the thrusting drill. Thrust comes in, low. I get it out of the way, check. Now I can come back in with my thrust. He thrusts in, 1, 2. Turn around. So this works exceptionally well if I'm obviously blade against blade on somebody. If I'm not able to pull my blade out, if I carry a quick draw blade, like in my pocket, I carry my karambit, where I can actually pull the ring out super quick and deploy it super quick. If somebody carries a blade on their side like this, if it's a fixed blade, and they're able to get their weapon out in time so they can do something, like if he does come in with that thrust, I'm here. Now I can pull my blade out, and now I can start the drill. Here. Bang. And that's it. That's the drill. It's just getting repetition on getting the knife out of the way and countering them with a quick thrust. If I do it empty hands, it's a little different because I'm not going to do it like this. I'm not going to go here and then punch down low. I'm going to try to get it here. He comes in with that thrust, and I'm going to punch the hand. So that's how that drill would work for me, empty hands. I'd go 1, 2, and I'd punch the hand, and then come in with that fake thrust on him. He's here. Come here, punch the hand. He gets it out of the way. Bang. Bang. Strike the hand. 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 I've had multiple people be like, there's no way in hell you'll ever pull that off. The whole idea is we have to rep this out. If we do this 100 times every day, there's only one thing that's going to happen. You're going to get really good at this, and your precision is going to be on point. And it literally takes that split second of him thrusting in to strike that blade. Comes in, strike that blade. And I still maintain that check on his elbow, and I strike that hand super quick. And I keep on striking it until that blade releases. And even if he comes here, I get it out of the way, bang, he comes back and he tries to counter thrust. Now this is where I come here. Okay? Again, repetition equals skill.